Hey.
Hey, I'm back.
It's good to
I
see
did
you,
it.
John.
I did it. I did what you told me to do. So, what do you think? I started off, I was one of the people that couldn't do it, that couldn't get it done. Without being put in jail.
Be done.
Tell me about your jail. Like, It's totally true. I tried to fast on my own. I tried to avoid the pleasure trap on my own. And I'm like on this susceptibility scale of food addiction, which I guess that can be a real thing for some personality types.
Well, they call us the TrueNorth Health Center the last resort for a reason. Because not everybody can pull it out without a little bit of support, without a little bit of help. It's tough. We live in a world designed to make ourselves fat, sick, and miserable. So to overcome that pleasure trap and to be able to beat all the forces of evil is a great challenge. But the proof is, it can be done. You're a living example of that. They also say you can't do it, but even if you did do it, you can't sustain it. And the real test is, can people achieve that level of health, and then can they continue indefinitely with that?
Now tell me what you think. I felt that my cravings were really, really diminished for the supernormal stimulus food, for my fast food, my chips and my chocolate and all of that stuff. What do you think we know about gut biome? Do you think I reset some of my gut biome?
Well, we're actually just finishing a study here at the TrueNorth Health Center now on changes, for example, in taste and adaptation. We know, for example, cravings for like salt. If you put a person on a low salt diet for about a month, that the palate itself begins to change. We know that with fat, it can take as much as 3 months for people to neuroadapt to where they're not feeling hungry all the time, even though they're getting enough calories.
3 months.
But when you fast, those changes, we believe, happen much more quickly. And so when you fast somebody, most patients, by the time they're done fasting, they can taste the natural sodium in things like chard and kale that they wouldn't have even noticed before.
I actually, at the beginning of my fast in the first week, I had a dream about a bag of Doritos that was the size of a pillowcase. And I was like a lucid dream, one of those ones like at 5 in the morning. And I plowed all the way through the bottom. And I remember in my dream going, oh no, I broke my fast. I broke my fast. So yeah, I did it. I'm down. Let's see. It's about 105 pounds.
Yeah, and 105 pounds really shows. You can really tell the difference. It's like
there's no faking that.
Yeah, it's not Photoshop.
And I got a lot more energy, and the stories, and I want to collect some more people's stories, because that's what really inspires other people.
Sure.
One more time, like for me, it was just, can I do it one more time? Can I get out one more time? And if I can do it, if I can do it, anybody can do it. And that's kind of the message. So let's get into a little bit of advice for some people at home. For those that maybe are not in a position yet to come to TrueNorth Health Center for 10 days or 20 days or 30 days or 2 months like I did, what can they do at home?
So the first thing I think is that people need to remember that health results from healthful living. So if you want to get the rewards, you have to pay the price. And the price is healthful living, which involves diet, sleep, and exercise. So you have to make a commitment to control what you put in your mouth. And from our viewpoint, that means a whole plant food diet that's free of salt, oil, and sugar. I think the biggest problem are the chemicals added to food, salt, oil, and sugar, that artificially stimulate dopamine production in the brain, induce pleasure, and lead people to overeating. And then they get fat, sick, and miserable. And it's, you got this whole cascading twilight zone to try to get out of. So if you control what you put in your mouth, and you remember, if you want to have enough energy to take on all these challenges, you have to get enough sleep. So good quality sleep means you're sleeping in a cool, dark, and quiet place. You set up a regular pattern. You make that a priority. And the other thing is exercise. People need to engage in some kind of regular exercise to dissipate the consequences of stress that they can't get rid of. So whether it's walking, hiking, biking, swimming, I don't know that any specific exercise is necessarily that much better than something else, but something that preferably that you enjoy doing, or at least that you don't hate doing, and that you can do on a regular basis. And all of these things are better if you can find people to interact with they don't have to be eating just the way you do. They just have to be willing to tolerate that you are. They don't have to be engaging in every single thing or believing every single thing. They just have to be willing to allow you to be successful and not constantly be trying to undermine your success. They're what I call energy vampires. Those are people with
sniping, criticizing,
constantly trying to undermine
you or making fun of you.
You don't need that.
No.
You kick those people to the curb and try to find people that are willing to tolerate your success.